Hello students, this is Santosh Bharathan. In the previous class, we have studied about the basic condition under section 6 subsection 1, additional condition under section 6 subsection 6. And also we have studied who is a resident, resident and ordinarily resident, resident but not ordinarily resident, and a non-resident. Okay, so in this class, we are going to study about the exemptions of a residential status. See, while coming to the exemptions, mainly there are two. One, an individual leaves India, how it is treated. Second, an individual comes to India or visiting India, then how they are treated. Okay, so first we carry on with the when an individual leaving India. Okay, an individual leaves India for two purposes. One, mainly for the employment. He may get a job in another country. At the time, he may leave India for the purpose of employment. Second, an Indian citizen or an Indian origin is a member of a crew of an Indian ship. That means he is working in an Indian ship as a member, crew member. So in these both the cases, one employment, the other as a member of a crew in an Indian ship, the individual should stay at least 182 days or more during the previous year. Okay. In the second case, an Indian citizen who is leaving India, he is coming to India or who is visiting India. In this case, a citizen should be an Indian origin or an Indian citizen who comes to India during the previous year. In this case, his income should not exceed, that means income in the sense an Indian earned money in India, he is earned money in India during the previous year should not exceed 15 lakh. Again, his stay in India should be a minimum or more than 182 days or more during the previous year. I repeat again, an Indian citizen or an Indian origin comes to India on a visit during the previous year and where his Indian income should not exceed more than 15 lakh. A minimum stay should be 182 days or more during the previous year. Then he will be treated as a resident. In the third exemption, which is applicable from the financial year 21-22. Okay, in this case, an individual is considered as a resident but not ordinarily resident. By default, he is a resident but not ordinarily resident. If he satisfies the following condition, what are those conditions we will see. First, he should be an Indian citizen or an Indian origin. Second, his income should exceed 15 lakh during the previous year. Third, he should visit India during the previous year. Fourth, he should be a resident or he should not be liable to pay tax in any other country apart India. Or he should not be a resident in any other country. Four conditions if he satisfy, by default he will be a resident but not ordinarily resident. In this case, his stay in India should be more than 120 days or more during the previous year. See, in the previous this thing we have learned 182 days. Instead of 182 days, in this condition, he need to stay more than 120 days. And the second condition like 365 days and 4 preceding the previous year, that also will be there. So two conditions you need to be satisfied. These are all the three exemptions we have. In the first case exemption, I repeat, in the first case exemption, the individual should be leaving India for the sake of an employment or an member of a crew in Indian ship. His stay should be 182 days. In the second case, and when an individual is coming to India or visit to India, an Indian citizen or Indian origin visiting India, so in this case, his income does not, if his income does not exceed 15 lakh, he need to stay 182 days or more. In both the cases, The second basic condition means 60 days, 365 days for 4 years is not applicable. Whereas in the third exemption, individual by default become a resident but not ordinarily resident if he satisfy the four condition. An Indian citizen, he should be an Indian citizen or Indian origin. His income should exceed more than 15 lakh. He should come for a visit purpose to India, and he should not be liable to pay tax in any other country, and he should not be a resident in any other country apart from India. So in that case, his stay will be 120 days instead of 182 days. So these are all the exemption with respect to the residential status. Children, now I hope so you have understood in a very precise way. I hope so. In the next class, we are going to solve the problems, examination problem on the residential status. Thank you. Have a nice day.